important bit, right? It's very important equation. These two equations will be merged, right? Delta G is equal to minus RTL and KC. And delta G will be equal to minus NFE cell. This thing, these two equations can be merged, right? It means equated also, right? It will ask to find, given the K, it will ask to find the E, right? Yeah, please take care of this, right? So in the equilibrium, what happens? Delta G is equal to minus RTL and K. Understood this part, right? Get my point, right? Now over here we have to see that when you talk about that, right? So if we can know that for a reaction to be spontaneous, what happens? This should be negative, right? Understood. Understood. If this is negative, what should be the K? Tell me. What should K? This should be positive. Understood. Positive into negative will be giving a negative. So what does positive K means? Product to the power of stoichiometry by reactant to the power of stoichiometry. So product will be, tell me, product will be, should be more. Understood. Understood. For Kc, tell me, ln K, if it is positive, what does it mean? The K should be greater than 1. Understood. Clear?
Yeah.
You get my point? That ln K should be positive, right? Isn't it? It's clear to you.
So, but ln anything can be positive, right?
Yeah, ln K should be positive. To make this positive into negative, negative. Ln K should be positive. So ln K should be positive means what? The K should be greater than 1. Understood. So what does it mean? In the equilibrium mixture, it will be containing more products. Fine. Now, if the delta G is positive, what does it mean? Positive. So ln K should be negative, and this should be negative, 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 positive. Understood. Got it? Clear to you? Negative, negative, positive, right? So negative Kc means what? The K is less than 1. You can take out a calculator also. Can you take out a calculator quickly? 0.1 ln. What comes? See, less than 1 I'm taking. Will be ln K value will be what? Negative, right?
Minus 2.5.
Understood. So mainly reactant, right? Got it? You get my point? If delta G is equal to 0, ln K will be equal to what? 0. Means what? K will be 1. So it will contain appreciable properties of both the things, right? Clear? See this worked example
Delta G
of
is equal to 0 when
just
it's
one minute. Give me 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I'm just trying to copy this reaction. See, we're getting a typical question like this, right? Typical question. Just remember one important trick. R is in joules. This trick you have to maintain in the Voltac cells also. R is in joules, not kilojoules. G is in kilojoules, right? You make the appropriate changes, right? Is it clear? You have to bring both the units same. This thing you have to maintain. That's all. This is the trick of the question. That's all. You can do this simple maths. You put the R value, you put the G value, right? Then you have to see which changes kilojoules to joules. Why? To match the R. Remember, this also you have to do for G is equal to minus NFE, right? Right?
Yeah.
When you take F is the Faraday's constant, is equal to 500, N is the number of moles, E is this. When you multiply, what you get? You get joules. You divide this by 1000 to get kilojoules. Same will be the trick for the ln K is equal to minus EA by R by 1 by T plus ln A, right? This equation, right? Fine.
Yes.
Understood. The gradient which you get what? The gradient will be equal to minus EA by R. So when you multiply the gradient with R, what happens? You're getting joules. Understood. Divide by 1000, you get kilojoules, right? These bit you have to understand, right? Fine. So we have covered the HL part also, right? Fine. Just to make sure that you go through this bit, right? This bit is very important, right? Fine. This bit, right? So so we learned what? We learned that at equilibrium, we learned what? At equilibrium. Please tell me.
At
The Gibbs energy
equilibrium
of the products and Gibbs energy of the reactants
is equal.
are in its minimum value, right? Minimum, right?
They're both at the least.
Minimum,
And
and GP is equal to
the
GR,
entropy is its
right?
maximum.
And entropy is at its maximum, right? Maximum. This is minimum, right? Fine. You get my point? So this is the thing we have to understand, right? Fine. I'm just posting this also, right? This part, right? Just 1 minute over here, right? Just 1 minute. Right. Fine. Clear? So this bit you just go through it once, right? This discussion we did, right? Fine.